My name is Gwen for Lizzie, and I'm the event organizer of the Soup Cook-Off. The first annual Soup Cook-Off was amazing. At the time when we finished up, we knew that we had something great. How did the idea of the Soup Cook-Off come about? Well, years ago when I was in college, my friends and I always used to watch the Food Network, and we saw the Great Chowder Cook-Off. We were all so excited about this awesome idea. So we actually had a piece of paper and we wrote down the Great Chowder Cook-Off, June 6th, and we hung it on our wall. Well, when it got to be summer, we ended up going. Me and my best friend woke up at 4 in the morning, drove all the way to Rhode Island. And when we got there, it was amazing. People were walking up to us with soup trays and saying, like, try our chowder, vote for number 10. Now, at the time, I had no idea that this experience would be so significant to me that I would end up starting a soup cook-off. Well, years later, I was in Harrisburg and I was volunteering for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. The lady who worked there, her name was Megan, and she said, if you have any ideas for fundraising, we will be behind you 100%. So at the time, I called up some friends and I said, hey, I have this idea for a soup cook-off. Do you think that I could make it happen? Well, thank goodness those people said they believed in me, and they said, if anyone can make it happen, you can. So I just took their advice and took the backing from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and that is how the soup cook-off came to be.
Tell us about the first annual soup cook-off.
The first annual soup cook-off was at the Park Inn in Mechanicsburg. Now, looking back, I think, oh, that was a small ballroom. It was 5,000 square foot. And it's so funny because at the time, I was like, wow, this is huge. This room is huge. The first soup cook-off had 13 of my close friends making soup and about 11 professional chefs. So at the time, I thought it was amazing. We had so many soups. The first annual soup cook-off had 150 people in attendance. Now, at the time, we were really happy to see such a big crowd when the doors opened. Looking back, I think, oh, that's so cute. Because right now, it's way bigger. Wow, the timeline for the soup cook-off. So where to begin? There's so much to talk about there. From the first annual to the fifth annual, we were at the Park Inn where we continued to grow and support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Over time, Megan was no longer working at the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and has actually gone on to make another soup cook-off for the Scleroderma Foundation, which is amazing that this event can support so many charities. Over the course of the 5 years, we actually added one soup cook-off for a music school, and we met someone named Curtis. He works at the Best Western. So he said, please bring this to my hotel. And I was so excited because I had actually stepped foot in that hotel once, and I thought, wow, this would be a great place for a soup cook-off. And years later, we actually started a soup cook-off there. So that's how the October soup cook-off in Harrisburg came about. We just had so many compliments about how beautiful it was, and it really is a beautiful location. So we have our fall soup cook-off in Harrisburg, and we continue to grow and take over the rooms there. And now back in the West Shore, we've expanded from the Park Inn to the Radisson and now the Carlisle Expo Center years and years later. Now, as we've grown in our guests and our attendees and fans, we've also grown in the charities that we've supported. So now I get to follow my passion and help people in poverty by using the soup cook-off. So it's really amazing that I get to do what I love, helping people and the soup cook-off.